Before you listen to this, pause for a moment. Not because this is entertainment, but because this might feel personal. If you've ever loved someone who slowly became distant, if you've ever replayed conversations at night, wondering where it changed, if you've ever felt your heart hold on while the other person quietly let go, this is for you. What I'm about to say may not comfort you, but it will explain you. Stay with me. Picture this. You're not crying. You're not screaming. You're just quiet. The kind of quiet that feels heavier than noise. The kind that sits in your chest and refuses to leave. You're surrounded by people, messages, notifications, life moving forward. Yet inside, something has stopped. Not broken loudly, just stopped. And the strange part is you don't even know when it happened. Love doesn't leave all at once. It fades in moments you didn't think mattered. A pause in conversation, a delayed reply, a touch that stayed a second shorter than before. And suddenly, one day, you realize you're holding memories tighter than the person who made them. This pain doesn't belong only to men, and it doesn't belong only to women. It belongs to anyone who loved honestly. Men and women love differently, yes, but they hurt in the same human language. Silence, confusion, longing. A man often loves with direction. He sees a future before it exists. He builds rooms in his mind for moments that haven't happened yet. A woman often loves with presence. She lives in the feeling of now, in safety, in connection, in emotional warmth. Neither is wrong, they are simply different. And sometimes difference doesn't break love. Misunderstanding does. A man thinks love means staying no matter what. A woman thinks love means feeling alive together. When those meanings stop meeting, pain begins. You didn't fail because you cared too much. You didn't lose because you loved deeply. You lost because you were human in a world that doesn't teach humans how to love without losing themselves. Men are rarely taught how to process emotional loss. They're taught to endure it quietly. So when love leaves, it doesn't just take a person. It takes direction, purpose, identity. A man doesn't say, I miss her. He feels, I don't recognize myself without her. Women feel lost differently. They often grieve while still inside the relationship. They sense shifts before words exist. So when it ends, they appear stronger. But that strength is often survival, not the absence of pain. Both sides bleed, just in different places. And here's the truth no one says gently enough. Love doesn't hurt because it ends. It hurts because we attached our worth to it. We made someone else the proof that we were enough. So when they left, the question wasn't why did you go? It was why wasn't I enough to make you stay? That question is a poison. Because love leaving doesn't mean you were unlovable. It means the connection changed. Feelings change. Not because someone lied, but because humans are not fixed emotional objects. And still, knowing this doesn't stop the pain. Your body remembers what your mind is trying to release. Your chest tightens at night. Your heart speeds up when a memory appears. Your brain replays moments like it's searching for a different ending. This is not weakness. This is chemistry. Dopamine once rewarded hope. Oxytocin once created safety. Now those same systems are confused. They're asking, where did the future go? And no one prepares you for mourning a future that never happened. You mourn birthdays that never came, conversations that never finished, versions of yourself that only existed in someone else's eyes. And here's the hardest part. You can miss someone who hurt you. You can still love someone who chose to leave. You can understand and still ache. Healing isn't forgetting. Healing is learning how to carry memory without bleeding. For men, healing often begins with structure, routine, movement, purpose. Not because emotions don't matter, but because a grounded body gives the heart somewhere safe to land. For women, healing often begins with expression, speaking the truth, naming the pain, letting the emotions breathe. Not because logic doesn't matter, but because unspoken feelings become prisons. Neither path is superior, they are complementary. And when men and women truly understand this, love becomes gentler, not weaker, wiser. Here is something important, especially if you're hurting right now. You don't need closure from another person to move forward. Closure is not something given, it's something realized. Sometimes the closure is simply this. They couldn't meet you where you were growing. That doesn't make them evil, and it doesn't make you foolish. It makes you early. Early to a depth they hadn't reached yet. And yes, that hurts. But depth is not a curse, it's a responsibility. Men who survive heartbreak don't become cold, they become selective. Women who survive heartbreak don't become cold, they become selective. Women who survive heartbreak don't become heartless, they become discerning. Pain, when understood, refines. And one day, quietly, without announcement, something shifts. You wake up and the memory doesn't stab anymore. It just exists. You still care, but it no longer controls you. That's when you realize love didn't fail you. It taught you. It taught you boundaries, self-respect, emotional balance. It taught you that love should add to your life, not replace it. That loving deeply doesn't mean disappearing, and that the strongest love is the one that doesn't require self-destruction to prove its sincerity. If you are a man listening to this, know this. Your ability to love deeply is not weakness, but you must anchor it to purpose, not dependency. And if you are a woman listening to this, know this. Your emotional intelligence is not manipulation. But clarity matters more than silence. We hurt each other most when we assume the other understands how we feel without speaking. Love is not mind reading, it is translation. And sometimes love ends not because it wasn't real, but because two people were speaking different emotional languages. So if you're standing in the aftermath of something beautiful that ended painfully, breathe. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are becoming. The heart doesn't harden when it heals properly. It steadies. And a steady heart loves better. One day someone will meet you where you are, not because you chased them, not because you suffered enough, but because you finally learned how to stand without begging. And when that happens, love will feel quieter, safer, stronger. Not like a storm, like home. If this spoke to you, it means you love deeply. And loving deeply was never a mistake. Not everyone you lose was meant to stay forever. Some people come into your life to wake you up, not to walk with you till the end. You don't need to become cold to be strong. You don't need to forget to heal. You just need to stop abandoning yourself for someone who already left. Love again, but don't disappear inside it. Care deeply, but stand firmly. Because the strongest hearts are not the ones that never broke. They are the ones that broke and still chose peace. If you're healing right now, take your time. You're not late. You're becoming. And one day, love won't feel like pain or effort or fear. It will feel like calm, like home. Stay grounded. Stay human. Stay real.